everyone, and welcome back to Crunch Things.
On the side, I am Megan.
I am Tammy.
And today we are celebrating something amazing.
We are celebrating the 4th of July. We're here for our 4th of July extravaganza.
And in this episode, we will be talking about one of the most iconic American movies that celebrates the 4th of July. And how do they do this? By kicking alien ass.
Independence Day. Yes. America.
America.
So, we're going to be talking about both the original Independence Day from 1996 starring Will Smith, as well as the reboot
It was
sequel
a sequel in 2016.
20 years later.
Yes. Can we just say Liam Hemsworth?
He's delightful.
Yes, he's delightful. But they brought back a lot of familiar faces. So we'll get into that in just a minute. We're going to jump into the actual first film first because, hello, first is first.
So I had originally seen this back in the day, but it has been for freaking ever since I saw it. So, because my one streaming service wasn't working, I ended up buying the special edition. Go watch the special edition.
It adds so much clarity.
It does, and it's not that much longer.
It's like 7 minutes more.
But it's amazing what those 7 minutes add.
Logic. I mean, the film is, aliens invading Earth.
Cheesy science fiction.
Bad science.
Yeah, but
Logic.
But that 7 minutes in that, I was like watching this going, I don't remember this scene. Oh, I don't remember this either. And yet,
Here we are.
And it was actually, I really thought it was actually better.
I agree with that. So one of the things that we have to mention about this film is it is definitely a product of the 90s.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, everywhere from like the cars to the clothing
to Will Smith.
The catchphrases. Welcome to Earth.
Yeah. And also, can we just say that Will Smith looks identical as he did then?
Why did he age matter?
I don't know. We just saw Aladdin and him as the genie. They look the same. It's kind of disgusting, actually.
A little bit, yeah. When I first saw this film, of course it was 96, I was 7 years old, and it really defined my childhood for me with my love of science fiction movies. But I'm going to make a comparison, which we actually haven't talked about. I don't know if you've read it, Ender's Game, or since that card.
Not recently.
Not talking about the movie. There are a lot of similarities. So if you would prefer to read your science fiction, I recommend checking that out. Sideways plug. Sorry. Had to do it. But let's go ahead and just talk a little bit about the actors.
Bill Pullman as the president. We will celebrate our Independence Day. I am feeling very talking like this because it's just, yeah.
So the thing about this film and all of the characters, so you got Bill, you got what's her name? Mary McDonnell, you got Will Smith, Vivica A. Fox.
It is quite the cast.
It is quite the cast.
Jeff Goldblum?
Hello.
Hello.
I was leaving him for last because I'm sorry.
He didn't even have noticed the shirt unbuttoning a bit.
This was kind of tail end of his height of visibility, I think.
Yeah, or at least his hot visibility. Like the whole Jurassic Park with the shirt unbuttoned.
Yeah. Sorry. All that's popping into my brain is that gif of Alan Grant laying on top of a giant Jeff Goldblum's chest as he's breathing. That's all I'm seeing in my brain.
Oh, yes. Anyway.
Okay,
so
sorry.
We digress.
So one of the things about these characters, what I was trying to get to, is no matter what role they're playing, president, first lady,
hero,
environmental activist, and stripper with a heart of gold, they all play it with a heart of gold. Their characters all have hearts of gold.
And they're embodying that. As I was watching this, I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that Adam Baldwin was in this, and holy cow, he looked young. And then, of course, Brent Spiner, and he looked old. And it's just
it didn't compute almost in some aspects. But we love Brent Spiner so much.
Oh, yeah. And Adam Baldwin, hello.
When it comes to the plots, they covered a lot of cliches with explosions and special effects, which I am not mad at.
No, you can fix anything with special effects.
Right. Except for bad acting, which surprisingly, this movie did have some cliche, some, on-the-nose dialogue.
Especially, like, what's his bucket's character? Russell Case.
He played
the crazy pilot.
the abductee.
Quaid. Randy Quaid.
Randy Quaid.
Yeah. So.
Who played Russell. And
His character was a little on the nose.
a little too much so in some aspects, but it worked for the film it was. Because this film didn't take itself too seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about 15-mile long spaceships invading the planet. I mean, you see all of these sci-fi movies where the aliens are invading, and it's like in cornfields and things like that. No.
This took out city after city after city.
They like to hit the landmarks.
Yep. So, the one thing about the original Independence Day, it did not take itself too seriously. And I think that's why people struggled with Independence Day resurgence.
It took itself a little too seriously.
Not a little bit, a lot too seriously. Yeah. But at the same time, I enjoyed it better than I was expecting because I'd heard all these really horrible reviews. So I did like it. But, again, too seriously, tones were wrong. In Independence Day, they had this...
It was fun, action-packed,
a comedic tone.
It did.
This other one didn't have this. Tonal differences were wrong.
It was so serious.
And it started all of these plot points. And then I wanted to see what they were going to do with them. And they dropped the ball.
Well, the reason why is because they were originally planning to do a back-to-back second and third movie, but they were only going to do it if the second movie did really well, and it didn't.
No.
So they've dropped it. So who knows? Maybe in 20 years we'll get a resolution.
Yeah. But the other thing that I missed was definitely Will Smith.
He's fabulous.
But at the same time, I liked what they did with some of the story. The son being, the pilot this time. The daughter
Patricia. The thing with that is, I loved the original actress. She's gone on to do some really good stuff, but they didn't bring her back. And from what I have read, don't quote me on this because of course it's all on the internet, but from what I've read, they didn't even approach her.
Because she wasn't pretty enough.
Which is bullshark.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's just that. But this one definitely took more sci-fi turns with things. I just wanted to see what they could do with it. Mm-hmm. But for a night in watching movies,
it was a fun night.
Independence Day back to back, it's definitely not a bad way to spend your 4th of July.
Right.
So.
And don't quote me again on this, but you'll probably see Independence Day on like TNT or
any of the other channels.
Those like network, cable channels. Just because
if you have cable. Yeah. I don't have cable anymore, so I don't
Sometimes
know.
It's on ABC. I'm not sure, but it is such a
iconic. It really is.
Iconic film. I have to say, for me, this movie was a 4.5 stars. The first one, at least. I didn't rate the second one.
The special edition.
Yes.
The original, because it's been so long since I've seen the original, I would only have to do it like a 3.5 stars. But that's okay.
I watch it yearly.
That 7 minutes really added a lot. So,
logic.
It's amazing.
Logic and science fiction. They're not generally a common language, but it's actually kind of cool when they are.
Yeah. It shouldn't be mutually exclusive.
Agreed.
But, anyway.
I think that's it for this video. I mean,
we are getting really, really hot.
Very hot. I don't know if you can tell.
The sweat is dripping.
Yes.
I need my AC fixed.
But
the sacrifices that we make for you, our viewers.
And again, it's after 9 at night, so.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
So anyway, well, we hope that you have an amazing 4th of July. What are you going to be doing? Anything fun?
Watch some fireworks, thank some vets.
Yes. Be kind. Don't do fireworks. Buy on pets or vets.
There you go.
Anyway.
New slogan for us.
Yeah. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and click the notifications.
That way you get notified anytime we post a new video, which is generally every Thursday, with a couple bonuses a month. And we look forward to seeing you guys in our next video. So we will see you at the theaters. Bye!